All right, so we're in here. It's Trump and the G, of course, and I'm the Shock Exchange. And this is Gloria Allred hits Diddy Combs with another lawsuit. So, as I'm sure you know, Sean Diddy Combs is in a Brooklyn jail for a litany of charges: racketeering, exporting women across state lines, or transporting women across state lines for the purposes of prostitution, extortion, blackmail, so on and so forth. And he is innocent and proven guilty. And the court has not given him bail. They think he may potentially be an obstruction of justice and maybe attempt to contact witnesses, maybe even intimidate witnesses. Who knows? But the problem when you get sued is that it tends to, create other actions where people just come out of the woodworks. He's been sued for racketeering by the New York Attorney's Office, and the charges seem very serious. And now there could be other people cooperating against Diddy, and there could be other lawsuits to come. And Gloria Allred, who's a super lawyer, she represents a lot of women in divorces, sexual assault. She seems like she doesn't lose. I'm not sure who you'd be more afraid to see outside your house, 60 Minutes or Gloria Allred, because she seems like she doesn't lose, and she's very intimidating. Gloria Allred shows up at your house and accuses you of something, you almost may as well admit to it, because she doesn't really lose. And she hit Mr. Combs with another lawsuit from her client Thalia Graves, and I'm going to read from the complaint, which filed in the Southern District of New York on September 24th, and it says, in or around the summer of 2001, plaintiff's life was violently knocked off course when defendants Sean Combs and Joseph Sherman viciously raped her at the Bad Boy Record Studio in New York City. Plaintiff was 25 at the time and dating one of Combs' employees, a relationship that Combs exploited to allure plaintiff into meeting him and Sherman alone. So she says that Combs exploited the relationship with one of his employees, which is people have been accusing him of that, exploiting relationships, blackmail, getting people on his influence, and then making them do certain things they may or may not want to do. Okay, and it says the complaint says, fix my lighting here. The complaint says, once they successfully sequestered plaintiff, Combs and Sherman gave plaintiff a drink, likely laced with a drug, that eventually caused her to briefly lose consciousness. She awoke to find herself bound and restrained. The racketeering charge accused him of drugging people as well. Combs and Sherman proceeded to brutally sexually abuse and violate plaintiff. Combs mercilessly raped her, and Sherman forcefully slammed plaintiff onto a table, slapped her, and repeatedly thrust his penis into her mouth. Both men were undeterred by plaintiff's cries for help throughout the attack. Plaintiff never recovered from defendant's violent rape. She has suicidal thoughts and ideation and has received extensive psychological treatment because of defendant's attack. Okay. For decades, she remained silent and did not report the crime out of fear that defendants would use their power to ruin her life, as they repeatedly, explicitly threatened to do. They threatened her, according to her. To this day, plaintiff suffers from severe depression, anxiety, and panic attacks, and still lives in fear of defendants. Any progress plaintiff had made in healing from the attack over the years was dramatically reversed on or around November 27, 2023, when she learned for the first time that Combs and Sherman had video recorded the horrific rape 22 years before, and had shown the video to multiple men seeking to publicly degrade and humiliate both plaintiff and her boyfriend. So she and her boyfriend are humiliated. current boyfriend or previous boyfriend. They're humiliated. Plaintiff could not believe that defendants would record themselves committing such a gruesome crime and then proceed proudly and wildly to disseminate the recording of it. She was distraught and sunk into a deep depression. She again considered ending her life. The action seeks redress for defendants' brutalizing, misogynistic, and violent attacks on plaintiff, starting in 2001 with their rape and continuing in the subsequent years as they compounded her humiliation by showing a video of the sexual assault to others. Right. This is her claim. Why it took her 20 years to come forward, who knows? She says she was afraid, so on and so forth. So a few things here. These claims are out there, and there could be more claims coming forward as people may fear they could become defendants in some of these allegations brought by the state of New York. Anybody involved in any tapes or any activities at Diddy's freak-off parties could be a defendant if they don't cooperate. So you could have people coming forward to cooperate, and you also have people who could be Katie Bartadores, other people like Miss Graves could come forward with their own allegations. As people find out about other people who allegedly were violated, they could come forward too. Say, hey, the same thing happened to me. Could be a situation where they see his money dwindling. If you're going to sue him, you may want to sue him now because he has a lot of legal problems. He's paying lawyers while we speak to defend him against current allegations and potentially pending allegations and additional allegations to come forward. So if you're going to sue this guy, maybe a chance to sue him now before the money runs out and get your claim in as soon as possible. So it could be a lot of things going on. She found out that there was a videotape, and this lady, she said she was embarrassed, and it maybe prompted her to act out of embarrassment because of the prevalence of a videotape of her and Mr. Combs and another gentleman who may have been Mr. Combs' bodyguard. So these are the allegations, and it seems like Mr. Combs' legal woes are magnifying and piling up and could get worse. And with Gloria already involved, I'm assuming she's done her own due diligence on her client and has done due diligence on these claims and has investigated the legitimacy of these claims. She has brought claims in the past, and I thought they seemed far-fetched, and she was successful. Ms. Allred was successful. So the fact that Gloria Allred is involved, it's not positive in my opinion because she seems to be very successful and very intimidating and dogged in her pursuits. So that's Gloria Allred hits Diddy Combs with another lawsuit. Thank you.